This is the story of three friends named Vikram, Sunil, and John. They come to the city of Mumbai in search of jobs. Childhood friends with big dreams in their eyes, they roam around this crowded city trying to make a name for themselves. But they find no path ahead. Coming from a small village where they completed their college studies, Sunil and Vikram had never imagined that achieving success would require enduring so much pain. John, on the other hand, had already faced struggles while working in his father's business. Because of that, he had become used to hardships. He knew well that success never comes easily, as he had seen his father work day and night. By evening, after wandering around all day, they still found no job or place to stay. Disappointed, they eat at a small hotel. They didn't have much money either. They had only arranged for 2 days of survival, believing that some miracle would happen as soon as they arrived, and they would get a job. The three of them then reach near a building. After a while, they sit near the gate of the building. Hours pass. The security guard of the building sees them and scolds them loudly, asking who they are and why they are sitting there. In this strange city, they know no one and have no place to go. All three quickly get up and explain their situation to the guard. Seeing their condition, the guard feels pity for them. He remembers how he had once come to this city asking for a job just like them, and someone had supported him. Today, at least he can make a living with a small job in this big city. Among the three, John is a bit more sensible. He asks the guard if he can help arrange a place to stay because he knows that they are in no position to pay rent and no one will give them a room for free. The guard then calls a friend of his who works in a nearby bungalow number 17, as a cleaner. The guard tells his friend the whole story. His friend replies that his boss has gone out of town with his family for 2 months, and until then, he can arrange for their stay. Hearing this, the three friends become very happy and ask the guard to tell them how to reach the bungalow. The guard tells them that the bungalow is a bit far and that they won't find a taxi or auto at night. He suggests they stay there for the night, and in the morning they will go together. The three friends agree. The next morning, they go with the guard to the bungalow. Seeing the beauty of the bungalow, they are amazed. They can't believe they get to stay in such a place. The servant of the bungalow takes them to the guest room. Once in the room, they breathe a sigh of relief. They quickly shower and get ready to continue their job search. Now that they had a place to stay, they just needed a good job to survive. But the same thing happens again. From morning till evening, they search and return home disappointed. The servant arranges food for them, which gives them great relief. That night is their first night in the bungalow. At midnight, Vikram suddenly wakes up and finds himself in the basement of the bungalow, where old items are stored. He cannot understand how he got there. Scared, he starts calling out to his friends, but no one hears him. Then suddenly, all sound vanishes, and he can only hear a woman crying. Vikram shouts, asking where she is and why she's crying. The next moment, Vikram finds himself back in bed. Drenched in sweat from fear, he wakes up his friends. Sunil and John laugh it off and say he must have had a dream. They say no one else lives in the bungalow but them. Vikram believes them and ignores the incident, thinking it was just a bad dream. In the morning, the three friends get ready again and head out to look for work. As they step out of the bungalow gate, a woman suddenly appears and hands Vikram a letter. It says that if he goes to a particular address, he will find a job. The woman disappears just as suddenly. The three friends are puzzled about how she knew they were looking for a job, but they need work badly and think maybe God sent someone to help them. They head toward the address mentioned in the letter. They reach a large building which turns out to be a big company. They show the letter to the security guard who sends it to the HR department. As soon as the manager receives the letter, he sees that it has the signature of the company owner. The manager asks how they know the boss. Vikram quickly replies that he is a friend of the boss. With the owner's signature on the letter and no way to contact him since he is on a business trip abroad, the manager has no choice but to hire the three of them. He takes them to show their workplace, but Vikram suddenly turns and heads toward the boss's chamber. He enters the chamber by unlocking the door with a password. The manager is shocked. He cannot believe that Vikram knows the password which only the owner is supposed to know. Now the manager starts thinking that Vikram must be someone important and that maybe the boss had sent him directly. Without stopping him, the manager lets Vikram go inside. John and Sunil are confused and don't understand how Vikram knows all this. Suddenly, Vikram tells everyone to leave the chamber and closes the door behind them. A few hours later, the manager gets a call from the boss asking if anyone had used his computer. The manager tells him the entire story. Furious, the boss tells him to stop Vikram immediately or he will be ruined. The manager rushes to the chamber and finds Vikram unconscious. He tells the guards to help him and place him on the chair. When Vikram regains consciousness, the manager angrily asks him what he did. He tells Vikram that the boss is extremely angry. Vikram cannot remember how he got there from the bungalow. The truth is that bungalow used to belong to the boss. He had bought it for a girl who worked in his office and occasionally stayed there with her. The boss was already married and knew that one day the girl could become a danger to him. So he secretly recorded her private videos. When the girl found out, they fought, and during the struggle, she suffered a head injury and died. The boss buried her body in the garden of the bungalow, and with her death, the secret was buried too. But when the three friends started staying in the bungalow, Vikram stepped right on the spot where she was buried. This created a direct spiritual connection between her and Vikram. Her spirit entered him and took control of his body to get revenge. Through Vikram, she entered the office and exposed the boss's dirty secrets online. The boss was arrested from abroad. His crimes were revealed to the world, and he was publicly disgraced. The girl's soul took her revenge even after death. Perhaps now, she would rest in peace. The three friends considered the bungalow experience a nightmare and chose to forget it. And with that, this painful and haunting story came to an end.